How to diet for superhuman power. This is a complete guide. I've done this video a very long time ago, but I'm bringing back the PowerPoints. This is an updated version. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to break down exactly how you should eat if you want to feel unstoppable. Starting off, I just want to give you an understanding of what I actually mean by this. It's not about fat loss or bulking or cutting or how to gain muscle or what's the best way to eat to lose fat. This is about feeling powerful, because this is what nutrition can do. It's what it's done for me. Changing my diet was the best decision I actually ever made. And I'm going to give it away to you for completely free as well, because this is going to turn you from a loser with zero motivation and no superpowers to an unstoppable winner. The energy, the focus, the drive, the motivation. Your testosterone is going to go up. You're going to have more power. You're going to have a better body comp as well. More mental clarity, more self-respect, more self-confidence. And these benefits are absolutely invaluable. I think they're worth so much money, and they can be attained for a very little price. You can take these areas of your life, and that's what I've done from dieting. I've had these benefits, and now I put them into other areas of my life as well. So first of all, it comes down to elimination first, improvement by subtraction. And this is removing things from your current diet, and that improves your diet. So what you need to do is you need to audit your diet. Look at your day-to-day life. What do you eat? What is your average day of eating? What does it look like? And what you need to do, analyze anything that is not offering you any nutritional benefit and just cut it out. I'm not saying cut it out forever. I'm not saying you should never eat it. I'm just saying it should not be in your day-to-day life, because this is where people go wrong, is they try and have these foods that are very dopaminergic and very easy to overeat on in their day-to-day life, and this just doesn't work. Ultra-processed foods, processed foods, simple sugars, simple carbs, trans fats, all of these incredibly bad for your hormones. They're not satiating at all. They make you feel like shit. They don't make you powerful like the foods I'm about to list, and they have to go. And the majority of people do know what ultra-processed foods and processed foods are. It's very easy to tell the difference between a bad food and a good food, in my opinion. A good food is a single ingredient food. All the bad foods are the ones where you can't even pronounce the ingredients, and there's about 50 on the back. So chocolate, sweets, crisps, takeaways, junk foods, McDonald's, stuff like this, it has to go. It's killing you, it's killing your hormones, it's making you fat, it's making you soft, it's lowering your test, and that's not what we want to be doing. So analyze your diet, audit it, and then remove everything from your day-to-day life. I'm going to get onto a rule in a minute about what I mean by your day-to-day life, not removing them forever. So next is about adding these anabolic foods into your life. And I've got a list, which I'm going to give you at the end of the video, that you can download completely for free, which is a list of all these foods and a few more as well. These are just the bare essentials of what you need to have in your diet. So to feel good, we want to be focusing on nutrient-dense whole foods. And this is your steak, red meat, your eggs, dairy, nuts, fresh fruit, sweet potatoes, olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, etc. Healthy fats that are going to make you feel absolutely fantastic, because these are always the most nutrient-dense, they're healthy fats. And I've been in both places with my diet, where I've been eating foods that aren't very nutrient dense and having a low fat diet, compared to having a very high fat diet and quite low carb, avoiding loads of simple carbs, and just focusing on these foods. And the difference in how I feel, healthy fat diet wins by 10x. You become so powerful eating this way, and they're the way to go. Focus on steak and eggs primarily. They are two absolute god foods. You cannot neglect them. Eating them alone with some fruit, you can literally survive off just that and feel absolutely fantastic as well. I've never done carnivore, but I would definitely recommend it as well. If you consume these foods 90% of the time, you're going to feel absolutely incredible. Lastly, for the anabolic foods, is that hydration, not actually eating. You need to be drinking at least 3 to 4 litres of water a day. Don't neglect your hydration, because that is just going to fuck everything up. It's going to be so much harder to stick to things when you're not hydrated, because you're going to be tired, you're not going to have any focus. I drink at least 3 to 4 litres of water a day ever since I'm currently in Laos. I've been traveling Southeast Asia. I've been drinking a lot of this stuff, like 1 to 2 litres a day, 100% coconut water. It's like water on steroids. It makes you feel fantastic. You need it for your skin, you need it for your focus, you need it for your energy. And this is the rule that I want to talk about now, where I made it myself, the 90-10 rule. It might be a thing, but I've made it up myself as far as I know. 90% of the time, I eat very clean. 10% of the time, I eat whatever the hell I want. I do not like including processed and ultra-processed foods into my daily life. It's not something that I think people should do. Balance, I can't get into it. I've tried it. I just cannot add these stimulating, dopaminergic, sugary foods into my day-to-day life and eat them with balance. I'd rather just not eat them at all. I find that these foods are never satisfying. I think it's a false form of comfort. The idea of eating these foods is always much nicer than when you actually eat them, and I eat them and then I feel like shit. And the feeling you get from eating clean is significantly better than the feeling you have and the temporary, very, very short-lived temporary pleasure of eating these processed foods. So I believe 10% of the time you should eat them, but don't schedule them into your daily life. I don't think this is the way to go. I don't think it's good for your health. I don't think it's good for the way you feel, and that's what this video is all about. It's feeling good. It's not about fat loss. Of course, you can still lose fat if you're in a calorie deficit while you're still eating processed foods, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about feeling fantastic. And then my final thoughts. Diet is not complicated, but it seems to get complicated. People want to know the best diet. I think it's about eliminating all the shit and focusing on 10 to 15 single ingredient, very healthy, nutrient dense whole foods. I think that is all you really need to do. Focus on the whole foods, subtract the bullshit from your daily life, drink 2, 3, 4 litres of water a day, and you're going to feel incredible. And the benefits of changing your diet to a nutrient-dense whole foods are absolutely endless. It's not that expensive either. Before I get the coming through saying you can't afford it, it's really not expensive. You've just got to learn how to do it. And that's what I can teach you as well. I've got a free 14-day fat loss protocol, which is going to be in the description. I'm going to teach you 14 ways, if you're overweight, how to lose fat and revolutionize your approach to fat loss. I've also got my supplement super stack and my list of 30 anabolic superfoods subscription completely free, no catch. And you can check out my one-to-one coaching as well if that's something you're interested in and you want to completely remove the guesswork for your fitness for £99 a month. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found some value from it, and I hope you take action, because action is what matters most. That's what actually moves the needle. If you watch these videos and you don't apply anything, you might as well have not watched it. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.